Hi guys, welcome to another episode. And there's going to be a little change today. The topics are going to be the same, but in terms of the time and in terms of the content, it's going to be a little different. So we're going to talk about 25 income streams, guys. Okay, you heard it right, 25. So that's what I said. Like in terms of the time and the content, it's going to be a little different. But we just wanted to throw you all the options, or most of the options, or 25 topmost options for to generate passive income, because our channel is about saving and making money, right? And the more options you have, better it is, because you have so many options to choose from. Because we always say that you have to find your niche area, right? So more options you have, you can find several niche areas. So again, it's going to be a little longer, but I'm pretty sure you're going to get a lot out of it, because there are so many options. And we have tried most of these options ourselves, and of course these are like out there for you to research and make the best choice for yourself. And without further ado, let's go right into it, right, Venkat?
Right, yeah. So this is probably one of the most important video you guys will watch in this channel because it covers everything that we talk about in the channel in one video.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys watch until the end because there's going to be a whole lot of very useful information all the way through the end, right? So let's start with like why we came up with this 25 income streams here. Basically because like people work like 40 years, right? From their 20s to all the way 60s. And they work in their like a regular job. That's what they always think about. That's the money making mission, right?
Mhm.
They actually do rat race, mechanical work every day, going a 9 to 5
Right.
night job or something like that. So we don't want you guys to go through all this trouble. Like if you just take only like 5 out of these 25 and do it diligently, you guys can quit your job 9 to 5 job in 10 years time frame. So let's start with the first one is the earned income, right? Earned income is basically like you are going to a job. The first 10 years that we are talking about is you had to go to job
Right.
and you had to do other things on the side, right? So the first 10 years, that's the earned income. Like you can do one job or two jobs, three jobs, whatever number of jobs that you can do it, as many jobs you want to get the income, right? That's the money you're going to use it to invest on other things that we are going to talk about. So that's the earned income. The next one is the rental income. So we always talk about real estate investment, right?
Right.
So as soon as you have some money, like say 10,000, 20,000, $30,000, even little money, right? Just start buying rental properties. You can start small. You always have to start small. Like there's like you cannot wait for that movement. Like you cannot wait like
Right.
10, 20 years. Oh, I don't have that enough. So just 20,000 as soon as you have something, and start looking for rental properties. That's the rental income, right? The more you have, it's better.
Yep.
And we talked about this in a different episode. So this episode is basically like just touching up everything, right? Every income stream. So we will have more, like you have to look at our channel for different in-depth episode on each one of them, right? The third one is the royalty income. So when you talk about like you produce something, right? You have a digital product or physical product, and you just give it to somebody, and then some company, like for example the photos, right? You take a photo, you take a video, um those are like you just put it out there online in different websites, and people download. Whenever they download, for each download they get the money. That's how the Microsoft Bill Gates become billionaires, right? Every Windows software, he just created one software, he just everybody downloads, he gets the money. The royalty income, that's the
Because
royalty income.
those photos are going to be there forever. It's just that you probably not need only one good photo, so you can earn royalty forever. And one of the sites that we always recommend is Dreamstime,
Dreamstime,
right?
right?
And there's
Dreamstime
another one,
and
Shutter, some
Shutterstock,
Shutter. Yeah, that's right.
right? So yeah, again, like you guys can go and take a look at these related videos in a different episode within our channel. The fourth one is affiliate marketing. So we talked about this already. Affiliate marketing is something that you market other people products. It could be digital product, it could be physical product, right? You just put a link in your blog or in your YouTube channel, and then people click on it and go through your link. You get the commission, 5, 10,
Right.
20% commission, whatever sale price is,
Yeah.
right? That's a good income. That's affiliate marketing. And the fifth one is like going teaching somebody like YouTube or podcast or like a blogging,
Right.
creating audience base, right? So once you create like millions of like you have to start with one, right? The first
Yeah.
one, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, just keep on growing to like say millions, right? Once you have
Yeah,
you
you
have
can start with something that you know, right? If some people are really good with motor mechanic, right? I mean, the mechanical stuff, and most of the men in this world, like, they're really into cars. Let's say, for an example, right? So they can start blogging. They can start putting something out there on YouTube and start making money. Just because you don't even realize that how much potential some of those things have. So make use of that.
exactly, yeah, right, yeah, anything, YouTube will take anything that
Yeah,
teach to others. That's
yeah,
it, right? The sixth one is selling courses. So think about YouTube. You're putting a lot of videos, right? YouTube or podcast every week, every day. You're just throwing out some useful information to the audience, right? How about you pull them together as a course, as a video course? It's really like that's what people doing right now, like 3 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour videos, right? Video lectures about some topic, some niche topic specific to that.
and if you're bilingual like us, right, you can even create a course on language learning, or and start earning money. And Venkat, do you want to recommend couple of sites? I remember we discussed about one site where you can add those courses, right?
Right, Teachable is one of the major one that's it's very famous now.
Mm-hmm.
But like again, like if you want to choose like 5 of these, you cannot really do all 25 of these, whatever we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
If you want to focus on this selling courses, you probably have to master in YouTube first. Like you have to kind of know how to do videos first and have some audience, right? Once
right.
you have like say 100,000 subscriber, then you can think about creating courses,
That's a good point.
pulling them together, and you will know it by the time when you have
Right.
that much audience, right? You will be matured enough to know which side to throw your courses out. There is a Patreon, like there is another thing called Patreon site. That what happens is like YouTube actually you free content, right? It's free. You are not charging anybody, and you are getting paid through the ads, and like the you both side nobody getting money, right? The users are not paying money,
For the host.
the
Yeah.
contributors are not
Yeah.
paying anything, right? um, and in the Patreon, right, basically you can charge people $10 a month. That's another membership site, right? So that's another thing, like you can create a course and put it out in the Patreon. That's link will be in the YouTube channel, right? If people want to
Right.
know all the nitty gritty details like that you don't talk about in YouTube channel, right?
Right.
All the secrets, very very much secret, but we don't do that. We just give out all the information to you guys. So that's selling courses. Seventh one is it's really easy to do. Ebates. Ebates is a Rakuten, like if you know Rakuten site, it's like Amazon. It's a website, Rakuten.com.
Rakuten.com.
Yeah, it's used to be very famous before, and now they changed the name to Rakuten. And
Can
they,
you can you spell it out, Venkat?
yeah, Rakutan, Rakuten.
Rakuten. Okay.
Right. So it's what they did. They bought a Ebates. Ebates was a separate site before Ebates.com. They bought that, and then the Ebates is a cashback website, right? So
Right.
whenever you refer people to go through their cashback site to buy online products, right, they get some commission.
Right. Yeah.
And
And eBay, is it only for electronic items, or
no, anything. Yeah, yeah. Ebates has thousands of stores
okay.
connected to it. So for example, like Walmart, Walmart is not giving cashback. These days, the cashbacks are less, like, let's say Macy's, right? Sometimes it's 20% cashback.
Right.
You just, instead of going to Macy's.com, you go to the Rakuten eBay site and click on the Macy's and go there, go to Macy's.com. You will be going to Macy's.com, but
Yeah.
you'll go through, these guys are the referrer. And then you will get 20% cashback on the purchase, right? So
So
that's
this
a,
is, yeah, this is why we said that, you know, we are not just about investing or making money. We are talking about saving money too. So eBay's referral program is about saving money.
right. And also when you do refer people, like I refer you, right? I get sometimes it's $20.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so think about it. If you have 100,000 subscribers, you put the link out there in
So,
YouTube, right? Say out of 100,000, 10,000 people took it. 10,000 times $20.
oh boy.
uh,
Yeah. Do that calculation. Do the math.
right. So you just have to market out your link,
Right.
right? The more people you do it, more you get. So the next one is, eighth one is selling courses. I think we just talked about that, right?
Yeah. Selling
Somehow,
products. Maybe that's what we want to
yeah, somehow I have
talk
that
about. Yeah.
again. So anyway, so instead of that, it's actually selling products. Let's categorize into two different, right? One is a digital products, another is a physical products, right? So digital products is like digital, like a PDFs. I like, if you go to eBay, just look for some kind of books, right? PDF books, or even some manual. The people sell it online. Just a PDF copy of it, of a book that's like easily distributable. There's no copyright or anything. You can actually sell them. Sometimes people don't even download, they don't even Google it, they just go and pay the money and
Right.
download it from there. And not only that, there are like a coupons, like digital coupons, like a Lowe's coupon, for example, right? Lowe's or Home Depot. If you go to eBay, people sell them. There is a automated delivery thing. You just upload your coupon thing, uh, file in there, and then as soon as it sells like $2, $3, $4, and it keep on, eBay will send out the coupon to the people. It's just a one-time thing. People make thousands of dollars a month just selling coupons.
Yep.
It's online. These are digital. And in terms of another thing is, a digital products is like a Excel accounting worksheets, like budgeting worksheets. Like, you are a business, small business, people actually create a budgeting sheets with the formulas and everything in Excel. It's not really complicated, but they have their own, like, let's say 2-3 sheets they create, but
Hmm.
as soon as you put the number, it automatically gives you what's the profit and stuff like that.
So where can people?
Yeah, that one is if you go to Etsy.com.
Can you spell it out? Spell
Yeah,
it out?
Etsy.
ETSY. Oh, Etsy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Etsy is another famous crafts store, but they sell other things too. Like, for example, like this. Even
So
in
basically, they
eBay,
have the template set up. All you have to do is just
yeah,
download it
just a
and hit
one-time
send out
thing.
there.
Probably these guys, like, for example, you are using it for your own use, but why not sell it for 10
Yeah,
bucks, right?
yeah.
$7. And it's a digital product. It's now, if you sell 1,000 or even 500 a month, if you become famous, like it become famous,
Right.
and people, it gets sold so many times, so you make money. That's a digital products, right? And then the ninth one is a physical products. So physical products, like, you can sell them on Amazon, eBay. There's so many sites out there right now, but
Offer up.
right, major one is Amazon, eBay,
Amazon, eBay, yeah.
Mercury, we talked about,
And
and
Craigslist, right?
yeah, Poshmark. And then locally you can sell them too. OfferUp, Letgo, Craigslist. Those are some of the local ones, right? And the dividend interest income is the next one. So when you put like a stocks, right? There are so many stocks. I think that they're called blue chip stocks, right? Those are the companies you put them in. You invest in those companies. What they do, like, for example, AT&T pays like 4 or 7%, 4 to 7%. It varies, and it's like 7% dividend on your money. You put $1,000 into AT&T. and you will be getting 7% income, dividend,
Right.
every year. So that's a good thing. Your stock price is going to go up, and also you're getting dividend income on that money, right? So that's a dividend. Interest income is basically like you invest, like I interest savings account, right? But these days the interest is very low,
Hmm.
but it used to be like 2%, about 2%. uh,
Yeah,
so
I think I remember like we had an episode that you recommended, or these banks, these savings account give you more interest. That was like several months ago.
right.
Um,
Right now
uh,
it's like 1%,
yeah,
1.2%. It's still good, one
it's
or
still still good, still good. It still gives you something.
right, right. So the next one is royalty income. I think
We
royalty income. I think we I
already,
think we
yeah,
talked about
covered.
it, right? Already. Yeah. So some of them are repeats, but the next one is the capital gains. So when you say, for example, you buying something, right, today, the value of the products always increases based on the demand and supply, right?
Yeah,
Let's say you buy a car, but that car stopped producing
yeah, it
right
depreciates.
after that.
Yeah,
It's going to go up. It's not going to go down. Because very few cars available in that.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But the car depreciate most of the cars, right?
yeah,
But some, like for example, like a house, right? Real estate. You buy it this year, and the next year the price is like say 10-20% more. You can actually sell it if you wait for 1 year, right? You sell it next year, and whatever the difference, let's say you bought it for 200, you sold it for 250, the $50,000 is your capital gain, right?
right,
So if you sell it like after 1 year, you will be paying only 15% capital gain tax
right,
on that.
right.
If you sell it before that, it's like very too much, like
And
30%.
that's the difference between investing in real estate versus in investing or not. You cannot really say investing in cars, because like you said, most of the cars it depreciates, so value doesn't appreciate, so it's not really an investment. But investing in real estate is what really gives you that gain. Is that right?
Right.
That's
Some
a
cars
good,
are actually, people
yeah.
are doing that. Some cars like
Some old cars, like vintage, like some 60s Mustang, something, I mean, people into cars know, they know about it. But yeah, unless it's a very rare breed, back in the 20s or 60s, you're preserving that particular car, and yet that values so much, then probably closer to 100 grand. But most of the
right.
time, like you said, it's real estate. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So the next one is yeah, consultancy and mentor, right? So think about like once you become famous in YouTube, or somehow you have some audience in Instagram or Facebook, somewhere you are their podcast, or then you could be consulting. You could you could be giving advice to people, and say financial channel, right? Something financial channel.
Yeah.
You have several thousand subscriber, you can actually start consulting and start charging like $100 hour or $200
Right.
hour, right? And talk to people about their finances. How did they improve their finances? How do they get out of that medical bill collections? All this your learnings is going to help you to consult in the future
Yeah.
and make you more money. So think about that. That's another stream of income. uh, then I think we talked about investing, right? Within the investing, like stock investing is kind of a very niche topic, right?
Yeah.
So you can put it in S&P 500, the 500 top companies in the US. That's one thing you can do. Another one is like exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds, ETFs, are like collection of stocks. It just puts in like maybe 10 different real estate stocks combined into one, right? That's one ETF. So you can just put it in there, and if one company fails, instead of putting in individual stocks, right? If one company fails, you lose all the money. But in ETFs, if one company fails, if it's a 10 company ETF, right? Then you will lose very little bit, 10% of it.
And in M1, I just have a quick question, Venkat. So M1 Finance, right? So we
Mm,
talked about M1 Finance, and
right.
is that an example for that? Like you can invest your money in several different industry, like companies in, you know, four different companies in four different industries, right? So is that
Right.
an ETF? That is that an example for you?
No, like with using the Amount Finance or Webull or Robinhood, you can actually invest on multiple companies. Those are like a brokerage, right? Amount
Right.
Finance is a brokerage, just like Charles Schwab or Fidelity or any other brokerages out there. Just like that, you just go there and like if you want to do a real estate ETF, they'll
Mhm.
have it for you.
Okay.
They will show you, this much return in 1 year, 2 years, this much return, this much risk, and you can just put it in there.
Okay. And if you have, like, you know, investing is a broad topic, and, you know, can be complicated too at times. And if you have any interest in any of these topics that we've talked so far, and there's 10 more to go, drop a line, drop a question. So we'll have a separate episode on that. And I'm actually asking questions for myself and also as a, you know, on behalf of yourself. So feel free to shoot that question.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So ETFs, I think we already talked about some of these things: stocks, ETFs, mutual funds. You can do index funds, and then another type of investing is recently like crypto investing, right? Cryptocurrency. There are like 2,000 to 4,000 cryptocurrencies out there, right? But they're very high risk. But like think about top 10 or top 20, and what happens is like you can be a millionaire just spending only $1,000. If you put $1,000 on Bitcoin in 7 9 years ago, right? 7 to 9 years ago,
Yeah.
$1,000, you would be millionaire now. So that's a fact.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, if you find top 20
Yeah.
penny, something that they're selling it for pennies
Right.
right now in cryptocurrencies. Just don't invest anything beyond top 20, right? Just don't go beyond top 20. Just
So,
put
but
$100 in
yeah.
each.
And the
2000.
thing is, like you said, it's there's a higher risk in that. And which cryptocurrency to invest on, it it needs a lot of research, right? Just because someone says on YouTube that this is good or this is bad, you know, don't make that call. I've seen it many times on YouTube that, you know, people, including us, you know, we say this is good, this is recommended, that's what we say. And
Right.
it's totally up to you to do your own research, because like you said, there's risk, and you have to do your homework. And because there are no shortcuts to become a millionaire. And use the advice and do your own research and go for it, because it either can make or break you.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
other side of it.
Yeah. So, but if I were in the position, like, I don't know anything about anything, right? Then what I would do, like I said, put $100 in multiple things, right?
Yeah,
I'm not going to put
exactly.
1,000, 2,000, $3,000 in each and lose everything. I can lose $100. Just put it in $100 in
Yeah.
each. And when you do top 20 $100 and just forget it for 5 years, and it's definitely the crypto world is going to go up. Definitely not, like, you're not going to go $2,000, not going to go down.
Right.
But at least you tried. Something is going to go up.
Yeah, invest something that worth losing, right?
Right.
That you can
And it
handle.
could be like 200,000. Like,
Yeah.
once you get to 200,000, that's actually, you get the $2,000 back and do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do with that rest of the money, right? So the next one is a brand sponsorship. Think about, like, you have created the subscribers, you have created an audience, 100,000, 200,000, whatever the number, and you are doing really good, and you're doing more research and creating more content, useful content to the audience, that they keep on coming and watching it, right? What happens, like, you are talking about, let's say you're talking about some electronics, right? Your channel is about electronics. The Apple will contact you, and they will send their newer product like MacBook Pro, iMac, Apple phone, or everything. Wow, Apple Watch. They will send you before even they release to the public, for you to review it in your channel, and they will send it free, right? So you get those
Yeah.
products, and you basically become a brand sponsorship. When you review it, it's not only that product you can keep it, but they will be paying you like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000.
And to do that, one point that you mentioned it right at the start was like you have to do your you have to make sure that you're at certain level on your YouTube channel. Is that right? Like you have
Depends
to.
on, they will be contacting you. So because it's coming from the other companies, not
Mhm.
like if they believe in you, like you're really doing good and your subscribers are really, coming and watching you.
Right.
It depends on, multiple
Right.
factors, but basically, if you have more subscriber, they will automatically contact you.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a brand sponsorship. Think about it, like whatever you are working really hard, first 1 year, 2 years to create that audience to help others, it's going to yield you multiple things going to come. Like it's like 10 years work you're doing in 1 year. Basically,
Correct.
you don't need to work the rest of the 9 years. So that
Yeah.
so let's move on to the next one, right? It's a self-publishing books. Next one, I think this is like 18th one, right? Self-publishing books. So you gained a lot of knowledge working hard and learning all these things, doing all the research, and you are really good in one niche topics, and you can easily write like 10 pages book within a week, right? So that means you can write 50 books in a year.
Well, okay, so everyone is knowledgeable with something, right? So in your, for an example, I'm good at investigating fraud. Let's say for an example,
Mhm.
and I can write a book. And is there a site or sites that you can recommend? I think we mentioned one of the sites that you can just put it out there, put your book out there, and just wait until someone buys it because it's
Yeah, the
right.
Kindle, like Amazon Kindle, right?
Amazon Kindle, that's a famous one for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
What other things that we can think of or we can recommend?
So for the time being, for the time, like to start with, like Amazon
Yeah.
Kindle is like so much subscriber there,
Okay.
so many subscriber. There are so many other sites like I think Audible also, like
Mhm.
it's Audible also owned by Amazon now, right? Uh, Audible, like basically you put that in there and somebody will read it out and make
So
it audible.
right, and if I'm a very new publisher, right? I
Just go with the Kindle. That's the
okay.
best option. And even like I've seen Kindle has like 10-page books, right?
Mhm.
You can
Yeah,
write a 10-page book about something, anything.
something. Yeah, because I read a very good book published by we talked about it too by my Taekwondo master. It's a really good book, and so the only way to generate more income out of it by the author is like get the word spread out, right? If you write a book, Kindle version, just spread the word around and ask for some recommendations, right? Just 5-star reviews or something, and then we can
Yeah, and like give it
work out.
away for free. Put it for $1 in the beginning.
Right.
You're not losing anything, right? It's a
Yeah.
it's a digital book. Give
Right.
it away for free.
Right.
And that's how you, like, once you create that reviews, like you said, right? 5-star reviews, maybe 10 reviews. People, when they come stumble upon your book,
Yeah.
and they can see, oh, there is a review. I don't
Yeah.
want to be I don't want to buy something that doesn't have a review, right?
Right. Exactly.
About that. So yeah, actually, if you just focus on, like we talked about, if you focus on 5 things, not even 5, maybe a very few things
Yeah.
in each one of these, right? Just focus on that and don't
Yeah.
do anything else, and you would be very successful. The next one is photography. Like I think we talked about this
Yeah.
before, right? Photography has multiple dimensions to it, right? One is the stock photography that we just, I think we talked about when the royalty income comes
Mhm.
in. Like stock photography is basically you create photos or videos or clips, small clips or photos. You upload them into a stock photography website, and people like website designers or somebody else who creates a designing, those people download them. They have a account with that site, and they pay to them, and then that site will pay, as soon as people
Right.
download the site, will pay some royalty to us.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a stock portfolio, and you just create it once, and then it's forever there and paying you.
Yep.
And another one is a wedding photographer. You can actually do it in the weekend. Most of the wedding happens in the weekend, so you are not working. You just have your, I know people do mirrorless cameras, Sony, Alpha 6400. That's all they have with the flash on,
Mhm.
and that's like a $800,000 camera, right? You go to a wedding photographer charges like $1,000 to $2,000 minimum.
Yeah.
So you get the money back, and you send the digital copies. You don't really create something hard copy
Exactly. Yeah.
anymore. And kids photographer, you can do a kids photography. Those are like $100 per hour, $100,
Yeah.
for 30 minutes and stuff like that. And even these days, the drone, if you have a drone, you can do a drone videos for real estate, for something else, right? And the next one, this is the 20th. So if you guys still here, thank you for that. So the 20th income is
it's one of our famous topics.
right. Yeah. Why don't you talk about it? Yeah. So
Sorry, Mike, what's that?
no, I was just saying that. Why don't you talk about it?
Oh no, that's fine. I'll just chime in whenever needed. I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, right. Yeah, it's a realtor, right? You can become a realtor, part-time realtor.
Yeah.
And there is a referral realtor. You just refer people. You don't have time. You just refer to other realtors.
Yeah, because we talk about having your main job intact until you build up your passive income to a level that you can quit your main job, right? So what you can do is like what I actually did try to do about 3 years ago was like I became I try to do referral agent. Like, I get the call and I refer to someone and I get 35%, right? And also there are full-time realtors out there. You remember that I work for a full-time realtor and he doesn't have the time to go around and show houses. What I did was I volunteered. I was a new agent and all I wanted was to get some experience. I started opening up doors for clients and earn money from my mentor, like the main guy. So you can just be that guy who shows houses. You don't have to deal with any of the documentation, no nothing. Just show houses and get out of there. That's all. And there might be kind of an agreed upon price with your superior. So just like that, and also you can shadow with like I did. You can shadow with another seasoned realtor and earn money, like a cut from the main from the commission. There are so many ways of earning money. And also, of course, being a full-time realtor, you can either be a buyer's, I mean, better than anyone, being a buyer's agent or seller's agent and earn the full commission, right?
There are like 10 to 20 different ways you can.
Yeah.
This could be a different topic that we can talk about, realtor. But think about again, like, if you wanted to, out of this 25, if you wanted to focus on, like, say, real estate, right? You can be a real estate investor. You can be a realtor. You can have your own firm, realty firm.
Yeah.
That's your business. So you can kind of combine those same items, same interests together, right?
Yeah.
You can easily do that. Maybe we can talk about it in the next video.
Separate topic. Yeah.
Video that how do you combine, what are the different career, like not really career, like how do you combine different businesses together and be more successful. So next one is freelancing work. Like you something, you can do web designing, you can do Excel analysis, right? Data analysis. You can do number crunching, you know how to do that.
Yeah.
And you can do web scraping. You can scrape off some data from online and just using some Python code, right? Or you can do some simple thing like a data entry work.
Yeah, and also I've seen people who are freelancing on videography or taking photographs. Like some people out there, I've seen that if there's a kind of a high profile legal case, they kind of go after those people and videotape it and sell it to. I'm not saying that you have to do this. There are some I mean, it's legal. You're freelancing on a case and you videotape certain things and the legal proceedings or taking pictures of those people involved in the case and sell it to media companies. I don't think it's illegal. It's legal. I don't know, you check it out, but I've seen people do that. All you have to do is the camera, standard one for that, and you can go after those stories. It doesn't have to be legal. It has to be, let's say a NASCAR race or something, right? You videotape it and you sell it to
or something like recently all the happenings, shootings are just people, police videos, people taking it in their cell phone Those
Yeah.
basically they are putting it, they're selling it to the media. It's probably several thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and we all know how important they became, right? Those, and you can, and then another thing is you don't necessarily have to sell it to media companies. You can actually put it out there on YouTube, and and rest is history, right? When you
Right,
put it out on
right.
YouTube.
Yeah. And the next, I think we are on the 22nd
22nd.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually in the freelancing, we didn't cover that. There are sites like Upwork,
Oh, okay.
Fiverr.
Hmm.
We talked about those. So if you are really serious about doing some kind of freelancing work, go and sign up for the Upwork.com or the Fiverr.com and look for something that interests you, right? And then just start creating that in a better way, and you will be getting more money in your own time. You don't need to work 9 to 5. The 22nd one is the franchise opportunities. So you are doing a franchise on the teddy bear, right?
Yeah, and so what I did was like, again, you have to figure out like how much money that you're okay of. I mean, it's a risk, right? Business opportunity is a risk. Franchising is risk, but there are pros and cons of going to franchise. But what I'm trying to say is, there you just Google low cost franchise opportunities or
And we
franchise.
have a video about that in our
We
channel
have
too.
a video. Yeah, if you can, you please find it, and if not, please ask us. And there are like they categorize under 10,000, under 20,000. Because most of the big franchise Venkat, we talk about Burger King, we talk about Subway or McDonald's. All the good places are taken. I mean, most of the time, I mean, because mostly it's the place, like it's how do you call it in real estate
Location,
terms?
location.
Location, right? It's really hard to find, and the net worth is so the requirements are so rigid. It's kind of hard. You start low and slow. Like that's what I chose, teddy bear mobile. It's only 20 grand, and that's something I can probably afford, even with a loan, with loan payments. In terms of loan payments, that's something I can afford. So choose a franchise that you like to do. This is about stuffing bear. Everyone loves that, and that's children's entertainment, and it never goes away. Unfortunately, situation like this in a COVID situation, it's kind of hard. But who would have imagined, something like this would happen? But usually, fitness, people always do fitness and always children's entertainment. So that's why I chose children's entertainment at that time. And choose something that you can afford and you like. And also, when you Google that, I don't remember the exact site for that, but when you Google, you'll end up finding that link. There are categories like under 10 grand, under 20 grand, 10 to 50. The hot spot is, if I remember correctly, the sweet spot of franchising is 100 to 250. That's a little high, but if you can, why not give it a shot? But high risk, high return, low risk, low return, right? And you just Google franchise, low cost franchise, and you'll find tons of opportunities or options. But make sure you do your research. Now I did ton of research, but more than the research, I wanted to do it because I like to be involved with children. It's about making people smile, with children smile. But um, that's another option, because the good thing about franchises, it's already tested system.
Right.
Something, if you are trying to open up a business on your own, the risk factor. One of the risk factors is you don't know anything, because this particular thing is not tested before. But franchise is tested system, and all you need is your commitment. And the name is there. That's another thing. Of course, you have to do the franchise fee and all that, but that's why I said do your math and follow your dream, follow your niche, do what you like to do, and find the right um, the money that you can afford. And that's my advice on finding franchise opportunities.
Right. Yeah. That's a separate, like a separate video you talk about.
Yeah, it's a separate video right there.
Okay, next one is the 23rd one is web designing. Like if you're a little bit savvy, tech savvy, and even if you don't, you can learn about web designing if you have a desire to learn it, right? Just just watch YouTube or Coursera or EDX or other online courses, free courses. It's free. Just watch them for a few months and then start doing by learning. That's how you will learn by doing. That way, once you are familiar with it, do like several website, just for the practice. Once you know ins and out of that, and then you can actually go to local shops, like local businesses, restaurant businesses, and tell them that if they pay 300, 200, 300, maybe start with that small amount,
Yeah.
200, 300, and then increase to more. You will create a website for them. That's
And
a
my famous example for that is exactly the example that you give. You go to restaurants and talk to people and convince them, right? Watch the movie Internship,
Mm,
and see these interns at Google, how
right.
they went out to the restaurants and how they were able to convince people, and how they won the prize at the Google. So it's a very inspiring story. And watch that it shows exactly what Venkat said. You go after restaurants and local businesses and convince them, this is what you can do out of having a website. That's a good one.
Yeah. So next one is social media marketing. It's really, really getting hard these days, social
Yeah.
media marketing or social media ads, right? Like some restaurant, like you can actually, again, when you're going like to the restaurant, you can actually combine these two different businesses together, right? Web designing, social media marketing. You do the web designing, and then you also do the Facebook integration to your Facebook or Twitter or other social media integration to the website, and create the social media pages too,
Yeah.
and then have a pixel, something called pixel, in your website. So they will know, the restaurant will know exactly like who's coming in looking at them, how the who are the audience, and they can, let's say they only in some neighborhood people are coming in, they can advertise more in their neighborhood, and they will know exactly from which area they're coming in, and from where they're coming in, who are the audience looking at their website. Through this, if you just explain this to them in a layman terms,
Yeah.
the restaurant owners
Right.
might able to even demonstrate them, tell them that
Yeah.
you can do it for free. Let's see the 1 month results, and then they they will believe you once there more customers coming into the restaurant, right?
Right.
They will believe you and they will start paying you.
Exactly. And just on a different side, if you already have a business and if you are the business owner, and if you want to do social media marketing by yourself, that's also a good option, because I've done it myself for my franchise, and it's great. Because all you need is like $5. I mean, you can definitely budget. You can make the budget for yourself, like whatever fits your budget. 5 days, 10 days, only $5. I mean, doesn't cost that much, right? You can
No, yeah, you can actually set your price, right?
set
Basically,
your price, set your geographical area, and set the demographics.
even the
Men, women,
audience, yeah, you can
yeah,
even
the audience, and it's all $5 to $10. And
right.
actually, I got a lot of communication going before the COVID, and I was really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, COVID hit, but the point being, it costs only $5 or $10. And even if you can find one client, and not
Yeah,
just the client, I mean, he or she will be able to spread that word around. So for $10, you might get only $200, $300 sales, but as ask for recommendations, 5-star reviews, and then more people will come. And if that works, just expand your criteria for 15 days, 20 days, and maybe $15. And if it doesn't work, just get out of it, but give it a shot, because it only costs $15.
actually, if you learn those things, people charge $100 to $200 to set up an ad,
Yeah.
just to set up an ad. Like if you know how to set up an ad in Facebook, that's
Yeah.
actually pays you. Like that's a separate business for you.
Yeah.
So the last one, the 25th one, if you guys still here, thank you for
Thank
that.
you so much.
And the last one is a drop shipping. Like you probably know the site called Shopify. It's a really famous. You pay $25-$35 a month, the monthly subscription. You can create a totally full-fledged website with all the products on it, right? So what happens, like you create those products, you don't even see the products, and then you link them to another website like AliExpress, right? AliExpress is the back end, in the back side of the website is linked to the AliExpress. Somebody comes and buys your product, like your website, from your website, right? The AliExpress, the order goes to the AliExpress, and then AliExpress send it to the customer. So the customer won't even know that it's coming from AliExpress. It's actually your website. You are basically drop shipping the products. That's called drop shipping. That means you don't even see the product. Say AliExpress sells for $2 a product, you put it for $10, free shipping or something like that. You pay $2 plus maybe a $2 shipping, $4 there, and then maybe $1 for your website. The $5, and you get $5 profit, full profit.
Right.
This is a little bit different from selling in Amazon or eBay. You pay the fees to the Amazon, eBay.
Yeah.
Here you don't pay other than the website, the cost $35.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, it sounds like, kind of Amazon, so, but there's a difference, and what's the difference and all that, and probably we can talk about this on a different episode. But thank you so much
Right.
for sharing that.
Yeah, these are like 25 different, we said, choose the one that, combine 2 3 different interested areas. That way you will be more successful. You're doing, multiple, like 3 or 4 5 different things at the same time, but all related. And so you can be more successful just doing one thing. In that you can be successful, but if you do more, uh, I think I would say, like, more, don't focus more than 5 at a time in this list, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much. We said at regular intervals. Thank you so much if you're still here with us. We just wanted you to get the maximum out of this 45-minute video. Because more options you have, more successful you will be. And if you have any, because we talked about a lot of topics and a lot of points, and some of the points are even new to me. And thank you so much, Venkat, for sharing some insights on some of these topics. And in detail, we couldn't go because of the time constraint. And if you have any questions, please, like we always say, please feel free to ask that question in the drop box, in the comment box. And any suggestions, like, if you want to do a particular, if you want us to do an episode on a particular topic, we are ready to do that. And so, that's why we're out here. But thank you so much again for watching us, and until it next time, it's goodbye from us.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.